Today we are going to discuss about amendment to Schedule 3 which has come from 24th March 2021. These amendments have been made applicable from financial year 21-22. Though the amendments are applicable and we have to give these amendments, these reporting requirement for the financial year 2021-22, but from my perspective, from my point of view, because we have to give the corresponding figures of financial year 21 also when we prepared for 21-22. So these information we have to make some preparation so that next year when we are finalizing the balance sheet, we are not going to stuck up, because some of the information are very important which I want to take you. And before I take you to the amendments, I would also like to give you the background from my perspective, from my point of view. These amendments are basically just to try to catch the information of the gullible players, of the fly-by-night operators who are basically doing fake transactions or routing of sales. Those transactions, for those kind of information they have tried to take. And further, this information, we have to educate our client also, because ultimately it is the responsibility of the management to provide this information. Because as a mediocre chartered accountant, we are one of the mediocre firm. So we basically, what we are doing, we are also making the balance sheet, drawing the balance sheet, taking the trial balance and drawing the balance sheet. But unless the accounts are made accordingly, like there's a change to have, we have to provide the debtor aging, creditor aging, and they are aging from 1 year to 3, 1 year to 2 years, 2 years to 3 years, and above 3 years. Unless the system, the accounting has been made accordingly, we are not in a position to draw those aging schedules. So we have to educate our client also. We have to talk to them. We have to tell them, sir, this is the requirement which we have to keep in mind, and accordingly we have to take it forward. So I will touch upon the amendments one by one. तो पहली अमेंडमेंट आई है राउंडिंग ऑफ की. अर्लियर इट वाज नॉट इंडियन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से इट वाज नॉट कंपलसरी, बट नाउ with effect from 1st April 2021, this rounding off is compulsory. And if the turnover is less than 100 crore rupees, you can do the rounding off nearest to 100, 1000, lakhs, millions or decimals. And if the turnover is above 100 crore rupees, you can do the rounding off with the lakhs, million or crores. So this is a small change. Another change is shareholding of promoter. Earlier we are giving the shareholding of the shareholders who are holding more than 5%. Now they are wanting the shareholding of the promoter. And I just want to clarify also what do you mean by promoters? So promoter has been defined under section 269 of the Companies Act. What the Companies Act is telling about, that promoters, who are the promoter? Promoter who has been named as such in the prospectus or is identified by the company in the annual return referred to in section 92. जो हम annual return में नाम देते हैं, जब हम annual return फाइल करते हैं, उसमें हम there is a column where we are giving the name of the promoters. So those are being taken as the promoter, or those who has control over the affairs of the company directly or indirectly, whether there is a shareholder or director or not, but those who are having control over the affairs of the company. And third, or in accordance with whose advice, direction or instruction the board of directors is accustomed to act. So accordingly, these three requirements are there. So we have to basically understand who are the promoters, and accordingly we have to give the shareholding of the promoters. Then third change which has come, which I have just discussed earlier also, that we have to give the trade payable aging schedule. Earlier we were giving the trade payables MSME and non-MSME, but now they have divided into MSME others, and then MSME they have talked about disputed MSME and disputed with others. So we have to basically see, and aging is less than 1 year, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and above 3 years. Basically they want to see if they are not disputed, so why the money is not being paid, whether these are not that bookish entry for which the money has not been paid. So it is not like only presentation is to be given. We have to go a little bit beyond and see that why the money is not being paid if these are not disputed. And even if they are shown as disputed, so we have to little bit see that what is the dispute which is going on. Then there are small changes. Current maturity of long-term borrowing, which earlier we were classifying under other current liability. Now it has to be classified as short-term borrowing, because that is a part of the borrowing. Very natural. Security deposit, now we were earlier classifying under long-term loan advances, but they are wanting us to classify under the head other non-current assets. These are small changes which have taken place. The property, plant and equipment to also include intangible assets. This is one change, and one big change which has come: disclosure on utilization of borrowing. We are also giving in CADO, reporting in CADO about the usage of term loan. Term loan, what have been taken, have been used for the purpose for which it has been taken. So now there is an additional requirement in the notes of accounts. We have to give the disclosure on utilization of borrowing, all kind of borrowing, bank borrowings, current account, your CC limits, or your term loan, what kind of borrowing, whatever borrowings they have taken. We have to basically ascertain that these have been put to use for the purpose for which these have been taken. Trade receivables. Again, we have to give the aging schedule, but again, there are 4 columns. Undisputed trade receivables, considered good. Undisputed trade receivable, considered doubtful. And then disputed trade receivables, and considered good, and disputed trade receivable, considered doubtful. तो आपको एजिंग भी देनी है लेस देन 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and more than 3 years. तो इसमें हमें क्या देखना है बेसिकली कि अगर अनडिस्प्यूटेड हैं, why these have been considered doubtful? What is the issue? It is not only presentation. The AO or any authority can ask कि why undisputed money, if they are standing for more than 3 years or standing for more than 2 years and the payment terms are 180 days or 90 days or cash payments, why these payments are not coming forward? Similarly, disputed trade receivables. I fail to understand disputed trade receivables considered good and disputed trade receivables considered doubtful. You have to divide. Disputed also you have to divide which are doubtful of recovery and which are considered to be good, and have to see what are the dispute which are pending. Quality issue हैं, क्या issues हैं, which have to see, because ultimately what is happening, जो यूजुअली होता है, आपने देखा भी होगा कि फेक ट्रांजेक्शन, फेक सेल्स परचेज में क्या होता है कि यूजुअली पीपल हैव फेक परचेजेस and then they will what they will basically do the fake sales, and ultimately fake purchase they will take the money back, cash money will come to the promoters, and this fake sales, these will are later on written off after 2-3 years. They have been shown as non-recoverable and have been written off without filing, without taking any coercive action, without taking any legal action. These book debts are being written off. So we have to also take into account कि this kind of exercise is not happening in the client which we are auditing. Additional regulatory information have been there. Title deeds of immovable property not held in the name of the company. This is also we are reporting in the CADO. CADO में हम already report कर रहे हैं कि the property which are with the title deeds or the property paper which are not in the name of the company, now we have to give this disclosure in the notes account also. So loan advance to directors, KMP and related parties. तो यहाँ पे आपको डिस्क्लोजर देना है कि जो भी लोन्स आर ग्रांटेड टू प्रमोटर्स, directors, KMPs and the related parties, you have to either severally or jointly with any other person. So we have to classify whether these are repayable on demand, and sometimes we have seen that there are no terms specifying the period of repayment. So we have to mention कि whether they are repayable on demand or without any payment terms, and we have to give कि amount of loan advances in the nature of loan outstanding, and we have to give the percentage also. One more additional information which is required to be given is aging of capital WIP. This is also we have noticed that usually this is also one way of siphoning of the money, because what we have seen notice, people keep on parking money in capital WIP. They will show some capex is going on, and they start building up that capex, and ultimately that money is siphoned off from that place. So we have to see that if the capital, they are doing some capital WIP, how it is being financed, and it is not that it is pending for 3 years or 2 years. There is no schedule of implementation. Further, there is amendment to intangible asset under development. You have to give aging schedule, same thing, and completion schedule. Benami property also you have to give if there are any proceedings have been initiated or pending against the company for holding any Benami property under the Benami Transaction Prohibition Act 1988. So that declaration, that disclosure also will be given in the notes account. Willful defaulter, where a company is declared willful defaulter by any bank or financial institution or by any other lender. You have to basically provide the details, date of declaration of willful defaulter and details of default. That those information will go. This is one exercise which we have to devote time, relationship with the stock of companies. तो सेक्शन 248 डिफाइन करता है व्हाट इज स्टॉक ऑफ कंपनीज अंडर सेक्शन 248 एंड सेक्शन 560. तो व्हाट इज सेक्शन 248? सेक्शन 248 जो है इट टॉक्स अबाउट अ कंपनी which has failed to commence operation within 1 year of its incorporation. Number one, or the subscriber to the memorandum of association has failed to pay the subscription money within 180 days, or company is not carrying on any business or operation for a period of 2 years immediately preceding the financial year. And the other one is a company may also file for the strike off for themselves if they, with the passing of the special resolution by 75% of the members, and after extinguishing all their liabilities, they can themselves voluntarily file the application for strike off. So with these, if these are the situation, and under section 560, the registrar of company have been given the power where they have noticed that the companies are not in operation, and then they can issue show cause notice and accordingly they can take action. So what I want to say कि अगर इन कंपनियों से हमारे को ट्रांजेक्शन्स हैं, we have taken some loans, we have given some advances, they are debtors, creditors. तो each companies we have to analyze, we have to check their activeness with the ROC and report if there have been a transaction with the company which has been struck off by the ROC. I think this is one of the cumbersome exercise which we need to do it. वर्क बढ़ रहा है सर, काम भी बढ़ रहा है, और मैं समझता हूँ हम लोगों को उस अकॉर्डिंगली हमें अपना स्केल ऑफ फीस भी बढ़ाना चाहिए. जितनी रिपोर्टिंग रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ रही है एज ए मीडियोकर फर्म, हम लोगों को जो है वी हैव टू लिटिल बिट व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. वी आर बेसिकली, इफ यू सीन लास्ट 4-5 years, the compliance burden have increased tremendous 4 to 5 times. Usually earlier, मैं भी 20-25 साल हो गए प्रैक्टिस करते हुए. Earlier there were 3 to 4 months when we used to be occupied, but now you see, you all have witnessed that throughout the year we are occupied with one compliance or the other, maybe a GST return filing or the ROC compliances or the other compliances. The compliances burden have increased manifold, but if you compare with the scale of fees, I think that have not increased, that has not taken place, for which we really have to work upon and see that we have been paid adequately, remuneratively, and instead of grabbing the work, my personal suggestion is that we should focus on the quality work, who are the quality paymaster, instead of exhausting our energy to small patch work and accumulating so much of work which are not remunerative. It is not of any use. Better we should concentrate, give our energy, our time to the quality assignment, quality payer, and restrict ourselves. So this is what I want to submit to my fellow members. So again, you have to see registration and satisfaction of charges with ROC. If there are pending registration which have not been done, or some satisfaction of charges are not being filed, then we have to also give the disclosure. एक और काम बढ़ गया हम लोगों का, ratios. We have to give the ratios also. There are multiple ratios which have been given: current ratio, debt equity ratios, return on equity ratios, inventory turnover ratios, trade receivable ratios, trade payable ratios. There are around 10 to 11 ratios which we have to give, and not only the ratio for the current year, we have to also give the comparison. And if there are deviation of around 25% and more from the previous year, then we have to give the clarification also why there is change, why there is a deviation in the ratio. So sir, वही again I am coming back to that कि काम बहुत बढ़ गया है सर. Accordingly we have to basically see that कि इसके अंदर जो है, और ये रेशियो आपको लास्ट ईयर भी देनी है, तो वी हैव टू बी रेडी विद द लास्ट ईयर फाइनेंशियल आल्सो. अल्टीमेटली गवर्नमेंट ने इसको एप्लीकेबल किया है 21 से, बट फॉर माय पर्सपेक्टिव ये 21 में ही एप्लीकेबल हो गया है, क्योंकि आपको कंपैरिजन तो देने हैं 21 की. तो 21 की कंपैरिजन दोगे तो आज काम कर लो या नेक्स्ट ईयर काम करो, काम तो करना ही पड़ेगा सर. Then again there is a utilization of borrowed funds and share premium account, share premium money. तो आपको डिटेल देनी है कि ट्रांजेक्शन वेयर एन एंटिटी हैज प्रोवाइडेड एनी एडवांस लोन और इन्वेस्टेड फंड्स टू एनी पर्सन और एंटिटी और एंटिटीज इंक्लूडिंग फॉरेन एंटिटीज. अगर आपने पैसा लेके आगे लोन दिया है, आगे एडवांस किया है, आगे इन्वेस्टमेंट की हुई है, तो वो डिटेल भी जानी है. और अगर आपने लोन लिया है, इफ यू हैव टेकन द लोन, हैज रिसीव्ड एनी फंड, that detail will also be given in the notes of accounts. If you have given loans out of the borrowed funds or out of the share premium, that detail will go. And if you have taken the loan also, those detail will be provided in the. Ultimately क्या होता है, हम लोग ये जो कंपनियां बोगस कंपनी होते हैं, एक लोन देती हैं, एक से दूसरी जगह आता है, दूसरी तीसरी आता है, तो they want to catch hold of those kind of transaction where the circular trading or circular transaction, routing of round tripping of funds is happening. So we have to give the then compliance with number of layer of company. आज की डेट में as per Companies Act 2 layer of companies can be have subsidiary and step subsidiary. If they are more than that, then we have to give the disclosure. This is what all about the balance sheet items where the disclosure is required. Then there are some additional disclosure in respect of profit and loss account. So उसमें number one is the undisclosed income. Usually what we have seen and witnessed that sometimes SSE doing the search or they send money, send amount, income doing the search operations, and that income they sometimes give to the tax authorities and sometimes show in the computation of income. So that disclosure will also go in the notes of accounts related to profit and loss account, where the income which have not been disclosed in earlier year but have been now given to tax. Cryptocurrency or virtual currency, if you are dealing in cryptocurrency, those transaction details will also be given in the notes accounts. Then one more additional requirement has come for the CSR funds. तो CSR में अभी जो इस बात से जो applicable हो गया है, I think with this applicability of this new sanction 135, where the funds have to be invested by the end of the year. If the funds are not invested in the CSR activity by the end of the year, then those funds have to be remitted to the government coffers. So, but for the sake of disclosure, they have given amount required to be spent, amount of expenditure incurred, shortfall of the current year and shortfall of the previous year. Because last year it was not applicable. From this current year it has been made applicable that you have to spend the CSR fund within the same year. So last year shortfall also you have to give. Reason for shortfall are to be given. Nature of CSR activities what you are doing, and agar aap if you are doing through your own trust, your own your company, so then you have to provide the details also of the related party through which these CSR funds have been utilized. And where a provision is made with respect to liability incurred, if you have entered into a contractual obligation, then the provision detail of the provision made during the financial year, those details also be provided. So this is in nutshell about the Schedule 3 amendment which are related to Schedule 3, though it is definitely being made applicable from financial year 21-22, but as I told you earlier also that 21 also we have to be made ready with the information, and 2-3 which I want to again highlight that these preparation of this result, preparation of the balance sheet, preparation of this information is the responsibility of the management. So my personal submission and some suggestion is that we have to educate our client, we have to educate their accountant or their chartered accountant that they should be made ready with this kind of information. They have to make their accounts in such a fashion that these information are readily available, so that we can, once we finish our audit, once we are get the information, we are easily able to verify those information. And I have also given you the crux, what is the intention of the government, which from my perspective is to catch the gullible players. So accordingly we have to see that we are not auditing, or if we are auditing balance sheet, we have to see that these kind of transaction are not happening, this kind of round tripping or kite flying operation are not happening with our auditing. Thank you very much for the day. Thank you very much.